Midnight delivery. At exactly midnight every night, Arman's phone vibrated with the same notification. New order received. The address never changed, 17 Blackwood Lane. The payment was always made in advance. The tip was unusually generous, and according to every map, the house no longer existed. People in town avoided Blackwood Lane after sunset. The old mansion at the end of the road had been abandoned for over 20 years after a mysterious fire claimed the lives of its owners. Yet every night, Arman found its rusted gate standing open, as though someone expected him. The first night, he convinced himself it was a prank. The second night, curiosity outweighed fear. By the third, he knew something was terribly wrong. An old woman answered the door each time. She wore a faded black dress, her silver hair neatly tied behind her head, and her pale eyes seemed far older than the wrinkles on her face. The air around her carried the scent of smoke and old roses. She never smiled. "You're right on time," she whispered. She accepted the package, placed it on a dusty wooden table, and before closing the door, she always spoke one sentence. "The traffic light at Oak Street will fail tomorrow." The next afternoon, every news channel reported a major accident caused by broken traffic lights at Oak Street. The following midnight, she said, "A teacher at Eastwood School won't come home tomorrow." The next evening, the city mourned a beloved teacher who had suffered a fatal heart attack. Night after night, her predictions came true, each one darker than the last. Arman wanted to stop accepting the orders, but no matter how many times he rejected them, they returned to his phone moments later. There was no customer name, only recipient, resident. His manager claimed no such orders existed in the company's records. "You've been taking unpaid trips," the manager insisted. "But the deliveries are real." No one believed him. One stormy midnight, Arman arrived shaking with fear. The old woman opened the door before he knocked. She stared at him for a long moment. "This is your final delivery." His throat tightened. "What do you mean?" Instead of answering, she handed him a yellowed photograph. It showed the mansion before the fire. Standing beside the front door was a young delivery boy. His face was unmistakably Arman's. The date on the back read October 13th, 1989. Arman stumbled backward. "That's impossible." "I've been waiting for you," the woman whispered. "The future cannot be changed, only delayed." She slowly stepped aside. Inside the house, the dining table was covered with untouched delivery boxes, each coated in decades of dust. Every box carried his company logo. Every receipt bore his signature. A sudden gust slammed the front door shut behind him. The lights flickered. The wallpaper blackened as flames crawled silently across the walls without producing heat. Smoke filled the room, yet Arman could still breathe. The old woman remained perfectly still. "You finally arrived," she said. The fire swallowed her shadow first, then her body, then the house itself. When firefighters reached Blackwood Lane after nearby residents reported seeing strange lights, they found nothing but the ruins that had stood abandoned for decades. No delivery bags, no motorcycle, no trace of Arman. The only thing discovered beneath the ashes was an old delivery receipt dated October 13th, 1989, signed with a name that had only entered the company's employee records 3 months earlier. Every midnight since then, a new order has appeared in the system. The destination never changes. 17 Blackwood Lane, and every delivery rider who accepts it swears an old woman is waiting at the door, already expecting them.